All right, I'm on hole number 3 of the City of Light tournament. I'm in Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Let's go to hole number 3. All right, I'm coming out into this area right here, and I'm trying to use this wider part of the fairway right here instead of trying to drive it and do an overpower shot to get down into this narrow neck. I'm coming at it up here where it's wider and letting the wind kind of move me along and trying to land kind of center fairway with this kind of trajectory ending up right out here. You can see where the light post shadow is. That's kind of my zone. I don't want to be any farther down than here, but I don't need to be in this shadow. I mean, if I am, it's fine, but I don't need to be in that shadow, but I want to be past this shadow. And the reason I want to be in that tight of an area is if you're there and you've got a 3-power ball and you have a sniper, you've got a little teeny bit of a window right here where you can actually start off on the green side. And you can stay low to the hole instead of having to come from over here. If you're on this side bouncing it over, you're going to have to engage this hill face. And there's so much drop due to the hill that you have to do 2 things. Number 1, you have to account for the wind. And number 2, you have to account for the drop. And I want to try and eliminate those variables by being over here on this side so that I can go straight at it. And I don't have to engage that hill. So all I have to adjust out is the wind. And I really like this hole. I've had a lot of success on this hole. Now with my lower level account, I shot this yesterday and I was really concerned about this hole because I wasn't sure if I could get enough on it to get around the bend and end up out here in the clear. And what happened was I actually got a really good shot on it and ended up in the rough right here and actually overshot. Now the reason I ended up in the rough right there is because I didn't have enough curl and I skirted this rough all the way down to that point. And so you can get it done out there, but you do not have to pick up this kind of distance. If you're even back in this area right here with a big dog, you can bounce over the island, or this fairway pad. I'm thinking of it as an island. Hitting on this fairway pad, you can get over. So you don't have to get all the way down in there. You can bounce over from here. The problem with this is, and I play this way a lot in one-on-one, because I don't necessarily want to bring out a Kingmaker, or I don't want to bring out a Titan. I don't want to bring out a 3-power ball if I'm just in one-on-one play and I hit from over here. The problem with this is, and my number 3 bag is the bag that I usually use, and it's got a big topper in it. You can go from here and you can run that ball up, but your second bounce is right here. So if you're great to the left or the right, you could easily find yourself in trouble. In the tournament, I definitely want to hit from over here, and I don't want to do that overpower shot where your first bounce is in the narrowest part of the fairway. I want to stay up here where I've got more fairway to work with. So I'm going to bring an extra mile and a sniper. And I'm going to bring a Kingmaker, which I only have 2 of. Let's see here. I'm going to bring a Kingmaker. I don't know if I have any Kingmaker lookalikes down here. I probably do somewhere. 314, I don't need that. Let's see if I have any Kingmaker lookalikes I could pop out. I do. I'm going to bring a second anniversary ball. That's a Kingmaker lookalike. Alright. I have a small collection of balls there. And none of them do I have a lot of except for the firework balls. A buddy of mine bought me the $50 pack for Christmas last year. And I haven't had a lot of opportunity to use them, but I'll tell you, if you buy the, especially like the $5 packs, you get 10 balls, you can use those on 2 holes in a tournament. And you want to hoard those balls. I mean, you want to really keep your balls and only use them when you have to. I see people using those balls in one-on-one play all the time, and I'm like, man, what are you thinking? Kind of balance that out. Okay, the wind's going to push me forward from where I'm at right there, about 3 miles per hour. So it's going to push me forward into that area. So my normal MO is that right at the center of that bullseye, I want to be right where my red line and the transition is there, and we don't have to do any overpower here. It's max curl. Hitting it perfect. And let the wind carry us out into the fairway. Nice wide part of the fairway, just trying to roll up to that shadow. Perfect. Like Mortal Kombat. Perfect. Flawless. Just rolling it up there. Anytime that you can find a shot where you can bring out a bigger ball and not have to use overpower to achieve the same result that you could with a lower level ball and max overpower, it is better not to use overpower, because it makes it so much more repeatable. And I get it. Sometimes you just don't have, you don't have the balls in your collection to do the deal, but, I'm sure. Now, I'll be curious to see what that looks like from over there. I'm sure that this person has went out and played with some bigger equipment in one-on-one. Now they get into the tournament and they don't have it. I got plenty of room here. Got a hold of it. I want to go right at the hole. Right at it. It's a 2-mile-an-hour wind, 100% accurate club. 2 rings. Now we just need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. I got a shot. I got a shot at it. Come on, get in the hole. Ooh, just a bit outside. I love this hole. If you put yourself in the right spot, and that's the whole goal when you're playing these tournaments, is that you need to go into the tournaments not thinking of, I need to shoot, I need to pick up all these. No, your whole goal is to put yourself in the right spot on your drive so that you have a shot to get that ball into the hole. And if you give yourself that shot on every hole, you're going to sink some of them. And so, while I would have loved to have made an Alvey right there, the deal is that I'm happy that I gave myself that look. I gave myself a serious opportunity to get that ball into the hole. So you ask yourself, if you aimed right at it, why didn't it go in the hole? The reason is that I actually got a little more distance on that than normal. Normally I'm right there kind of in between those shadows. And that put me probably more towards mid-club than max club. So at mid-club it would have been like 1.2 per ring, and I actually overdrew it. So instead of it being what I pulled, I shouldn't have pulled quite as much off of it, because I was more in mid-club than I was in my max club. Normally where I'm at right there, I'm right up against the red line. I've got just a little teeny window that I can use to get in the hole, and that was me not adjusting for the new landing zone. And that 0.2, I go, it's just one per ring versus 1.2. That 1.2 is the difference between going right past the hole and going in the hole. I will forfeit, give back to the community. Good game. Good luck in the tournament. Alright, that was hole number 3 of the City of Light tournament in Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.